Hello everyone, hello children, how are you all? I hope all of you are well and healthy at home. Uh, Once again I am back with one more new chapter, and today we will start this chapter. We will understand the concept about the chapter. We will discuss each and every paragraph and key elements of the chapter. Fine. So let's we start this chapter. But before starting this chapter, I would like to tell some introduction about the topic. But today I am going to start a topic about Democratic Republic of Congo. Yes, and it is Congo, which is located near the equatorial region. And equatorial region is that where and Asia, Africa and South America is lying, and this region is extremely hot. As I said that this region name is equatorial region, and let's we connect with the word equatorial region. I am not starting this chapter, I am just giving the initial introduction about the chapter. After completing this initial introduction, I will go back to the main chapter. Fine. So equatorial region, equatorial, by connecting these two words we come to know that equatorial means ki area nearby equator. Suppose it is our earth, it is our earth, and this is the middle line. This is the longest latitude on the earth which is passing through the middle of the earth, and that longest latitude name is equator. So the area which is lying nearby the equator is known as equatorial region. And as I said that the climate of equatorial region is very hot, and as it is very hot, it is humid as well. So these areas are humid and hot. Why? Because these are lying near the equator. So now let's connect with the main content of the chapter, and the topic of chapter is the Democratic Republic of Congo. Now what is the location of Congo? What is the location of Democratic Republic of Congo? Democratic Republic of Congo is located in Africa. In the continent of Africa, what is located? Democratic Republic of Congo. And Africa is one of the continent out of 7 continents, and formerly it was known as Zaire. Formerly it was known as Zaire means that the earlier name of Congo was Zaire. What was the earlier name of Congo? Zaire. Yes. Actually, due to some reason, political reason and some other physical reasons, names of the places, countries and states, so many means countries and states names are being changed. Like Kolkata was earlier named Calcutta. Mumbai, what Mumbai is now, earlier name was, what was the earlier name of Mumbai? Bombay. So Zaire is the earlier name of Congo. Congo is the second largest country in Africa. Yes, Africa is a continent. What is Africa? Africa is a continent, and Congo is the second largest country in the Africa. So it is a very huge part of Africa, covering as a largest country, and 1/3 of its lies in the northern hemisphere. Means ki that Africa is a continent, and its northern part it's surrounded with 1/3 of Congo, and 2/3 part of Congo lies in the southern hemisphere. So you have understand that how much area of Congo is being located in the northern part and in the northern hemisphere. Fine. Kinshasa is the capital of Democratic Congo. Yes, what is the capital of Congo? It is Kinshasa. Like each and every country is having its own capital. So Kinshasa is the capital of Congo. Congo is a country and its capital is what? Kinshasa. So beta, you underline in your book what is the capital of Democratic Congo? It is Kinshasa. Next is river. Now we have just read about the location. I will start river. So one by one all physical features and about the about physical features, about the life of the people, animal life, plant life, so many things we will discuss in brief in this video class. River. Which river is found here? River Congo. Yes, one of the most famous and major river in the location of Congo it is found. What is the name of the main river here? River Congo. Yes. It flows through Democratic Republic of Congo and River Congo Basin. Yes, River Congo Basin which cover entire country. Means ki whole country. Which country? Democratic Republic of Congo. This whole country is completely surrounded, covered by the basin of River Congo. Yes. Now Kasai, Sangha, Ubangi, Arubini are the important tributaries. So these are the some names of tributaries, and these are the tributaries of which main river? River Congo. Yes, River Congo is the main river flowing here, and it's different parts. What are the tributaries? Tributaries means ki diversion from the main river, means distraction from the main rivers. When these are distributed into different branches, that is called tributaries. So if question is asked that name some tributaries of Congo, we can write Kasai, Sangha, Ubangi, Urubini. These can be asked in your short type answers, question answers. Fine. So this is a short brief about the rivers of Democratic Republic of Congo. Next is landscape. Now the landscape sceneries, the land part of the Congo, main parts that we will discuss now. First is northeastern part of the country is mountainous, means ki north and eastern part of the country is surrounded with mountains, means ki there we find numbers of mountains in the northeastern part of the country. So these are mountainous range, means different kinds of mountain ranges are found here. Margarita is the highest peak in the Democratic Republic of Congo. So what is the highest peak in Congo region? Margarita. Mark in your book, it is there. So when you are asked that name the highest peak lying in Congo, what is that? That is Margarita. And you have to make perfect pronunciation of the word. What is that? Margarita. Fine. Albert, Edward, Kivu are the famous lakes found here. Yes. Along with these physical features, mountains, now let's come to the lakes. Lakes are one of the sources of water, and different kinds of lakes are found here. And what are these? Let's we mark. Albert, Edward, Kivu, these are the famous lakes found here, and lakes are the very good sources of supplying water. Next is climate. See beta, in my previous chapter, weather and climate, I have already discussed that what is climate and what is weather. Let's we have recap about the short concept of weather and climate. So before starting this topic, we cannot go through these things, what is the climate of Congo, because I have to connect what is the climate exactly and what is the weather exactly, so you can come to know about it. Fine. So climate is the condition of a place for a long period of time. Yes, these are not daily changing, as weather is daily changing. Weather is a condition of a place which changes day by day, and it can change hour by hour. But climate is a condition of an atmosphere which takes long time to change, like summer, winter, rainy, monsoon. These are some. So Congo experience equatorial climate. Yes, again we have to get connected with the word equatorial climate. And what is the equatorial climate? Let's back to this short diagram. Equatorial climate means the climate which is faced by the equatorial region. And beta, as we know that equator is the latitude which is falling on the middle of the earth, exact middle of the earth, and this is the place, this is an area which is facing the direct heat of the sun. It means that direct sunlight is falling where? On the equator. So as much as equator is facing the direct heat of the sun, this area is getting so hot sunlight and the direct heat of the sun, and due to the direct falling of sunlight, direct heat of the sun, this area is getting warm. And as it is getting warmness, simultaneously it is getting humidity, it is creating humidity due to the evaporation. So these things are like Congo experience equatorial climate which is generally very humid. Humid means that it is having warmness and it is having moisture in the air. So by combining these things, it is creating humidity. The word humidity means that presence of moisture in the air. It's sometimes very difficult. This climate is sometimes very difficult. This is not so easy. Next is wet go through the year as it experiences high temperature. It means that the temperature is very hot throughout the year, and as temperature is very hot, it creates intense evaporation, and this process creates falling of rain. Yes, as much as water will get hot, it will start to evaporate. Evaporation will causes condensation, and condensation will result into precipitation and falling of rain. So this is the area, equatorial region, which is facing lots of rainfall throughout the year, and in the evening time rain falls. Definitely rain falls in the evening time. So this rainfall is known as 4 o'clock rainfall. So let's back to the point. What is 4 o'clock rainfall? It is the time when rain falls here exactly because of the extreme humidity, extremely hot temperature. So this is all about the climate of the Congo region. Next is vegetation. Yes, now what kind of vegetation is grown here? Actually this area, what I said, that falling in the equatorial part of the earth. So this is facing direct heat of the sun and lots of rainfall. So definitely what do a plant need to grow? A plant need to grow proper sunlight, water and air. So definitely these trees are abundant here, abundantly found here. So plants are very dense. Plants and leaves are very small in size and very dense. They are combined. They are woven with each other. So what do happen here? Forests are mainly found here. And throughout the world, dense forest, yes, densest forests are found here in the equatorial region, and these are named equatorial forest. That's good. So, and there we find again 3 different kinds of the layers of the plants, layers of the vegetation. First is canopy, second is understory, and third is forest floor. Only names are given here, but I am going to explain that what are the different layers of the vegetation. First is canopy. Yes, canopy is the layer of the forest where we find very tall trees. What do we find? Very tall trees, and the branches are like very dense, and the shape of the upper part of the tree is like an umbrella, because these are very densely covered with the small leaves. And sometimes sunlight, what is falling on the canopy of the on the top of the tree, that sunlight is not passing through the leaves because leaves are very dense. Dense leaves, collection of dense leaf does not let the sunlight fall on the ground. So this is all about the canopy. This is the first layer of the forest, rainforest, which is very dense in nature. Now come to the second layer of the vegetation. Yes, second layer is understory. Understory is just below the, understory is the second layer of the forest vegetation, which is falling next to the canopy layer. These are little shorter in height. The trees which are found here below the layer of canopy, these are little short in height, but it's okay. And third is the forest floor. Yes, forest floor is that layer of the vegetation which is found on the lying on the floor, like creeper, climbers. These are the vegetation, the third part of the forest layer which is found here. These are called evergreen forests. Yes, come to the point that what are evergreen forests? Well, as we know that these equatorial forests are found in the equatorial region, and equatorial region is that region which is facing direct heat of the sun, and due to lots of rainfall, plants continue to get sunlight, rain, and also, so these trees continue to grow. They never destroys, they grows itself, and they are very dense and abundant in number. So these trees are evergreen. These are not like the other kind of trees, like shedding the leaves and falling of flowers and so on, and in a particular season they are growing. No, not at all. These are green throughout the year. So what are the evergreen forests? Evergreen forests are those forests which remains green throughout the year, which never sheds trees, which never lose its greenery. They continue to grow and they are green throughout the year. Yes. Now come to the 6th point, and it is wildlife. So what kind of wildlife is found here? Well, beta, as we know that world's densest forests are found here. Fine. So forest is the home of wild animals, you know very well. So these are the places, these forests are best places for wild animals, and wild animals they like to live in a protected place, and forests are supposed to be the best protected place for the wild animals. Fine. So these are the forests which are found, and there we find different kinds of species. Different species of wild animals are found here, like different species of monkeys, wild monkeys, chimpanzees, gorillas, poison dart frogs, so many sloths. These are the wild animals, and with different species even, because in India we find limited species of these animals, but in these rainforests we find different species even. And what about the transport? Like, let's we talk that how life is going on in the terms of transport. Actually, transport is not well developed, because in forest areas, building of roads, building of construction of railway tracks is not such possible as compared to the other part, as these are forest area. So transport is mainly done by the system of water transport, fine, and air transport is very good here. So these are the two main systems by which people are moving from here and there and doing their transportable work. Next is economy. Yes, economy of any country is that part, that thing by which we can suppose that how would the people be living the life. Yes, if economy is good, definitely people are good at their economical status, and if economy is not good, that country is supposed to be poor. So what kind of economy is found here? Economy based on agriculture and mining. Yes, mainly two types of occupations work is done by the people. First is agriculture and second is mining. Agriculture means the activity by which people are growing different kinds of crops, and second is mining. Yes, the term minings, which I have explained many times in my previous videos, like mining is an activity by which experts goes deep into the soil, deep in deeper section of the earth by constructing a tunnel, and in the very deep section of the earth they are obtaining different kinds of minerals. So these minerals are very valuable, and lots of processes are there by which they are obtaining minerals and getting them. So the country is rich in mineral resources like copper, diamond, silver, tin, iron, etc. There are so many numbers of minerals which are obtained from the deeper tunnel of the earth, and these are being sold, these are used, so many things. Next is crop. What kind of crops are grown here? Actually, crops are of two types. Beta, first is food crop and second is cash crop. Beta, food crops are those crops which we use to eat at home, and it is being sold in the market. And second is cash crops. Cash crops like coffee, tea, palm oil, these are commercial crops, these are to be sold. And what kind of food crops are grown? Food crops like eatable crops, these are cassava. Cassava is a kind of root. Cassava, maize, groundnuts and rice are grown here. Now, ninth point is life of the people. Definitely we have talked about the vegetation, we have talked about climate, weather, we have talked about transport, we have talked about the wildlife. So now let's talk about human beings who are living here. People, actually mainly people are nomadic, different kind of people, group of nomadic people are also found here, like Bantus. Congo is thinly populated. It means that as this area is forested area, so people are very less in number, but people, those who are living here, they prefer to live in the rural areas. Urbanness is not so much developed here, but people prefer to live in the rural area apart from the forest. Bantus make the majority of the population. Now the number of people who are very less here, but out of them, who are those people? They are Bantus. The name is Bantus. It is a group of nomadic people who are found here, and they are living in a mud and stick house. house which is made up of mud and stick and which is thatched roof. Thatched roof means that kind of sloping roof. They are living there. Pioneers is one of the nomadic group of people who are found here as a population, and they are the inhabitants of the Congo. They are fond of music. Yes, for their own entertainment, they are enjoying music, they are playing songs, they are playing drums, and that is the part of their entertainment. Fine. And rice and powdered root of cassava are the basic food. Yes, basic food means staple food. Like in North India, basic staple food is wheat, and in southern part in basic staple food is rice. So staple food or basic food means that part of the food which is very, very essential. Without these essential part in the food, they cannot satisfy, they cannot fulfill their appetite. So these are the main part of their food. So these are called staple food. Fine. So what are the staple food of people for the people living here? It is rice and powdered root of cassava. Means cassava is a kind of root which is grown, obtained from the deep soil, deeper section of the soil, not so much but just below the soil, and root is obtained. These are dried, and after this process these are turned into the powdered form. So these are the main food of people living here. What are? Rice and powder of cassava root. And people living here, they use honey and banana in the form of their diet. Means in their diet as a food item they used to include banana and honey. Fine. Now this is all about the Congo. This is all about the Democratic Republic of Congo. Now there are some terms. There are some terms which we need to go through, like export. What is export? Beta, export is an activity like sending of something from own country to the another country or own place to another place. That means sending of objects, sending of things, sending of materials one to another place. That is called export. And opposite of export is import. Import means to bringing from other countries. Like a different country is sending different material and we are also sending them. So this term of exchange of goods is called export and import. Next is canopy. Canopy, just I have explained that canopy is a first layer of the densest forest, and this is the layer of the forest where trees are very tall, lots of branches and thick leaves are found here. And these leaves are so small that no sunlight can pass through easily through the web of the leaves. So hardly sunlight is falling through the web of the leaves on the floor. Next is grassland. But a grassland is an area which are highly mostly covered with long grasses. These grasses are not normal grasses like what we have in India. Indian grasses are very small in size and very soft. But these grasslands grasses are very long and very tall in size, and they are wild grasses, not soft grasses. These are very wild in nature and these are pointed at the top. But these areas are very fertile, and different kinds of grasslands are spread through the different continent like Asia and South Africa, South America. So many continents are there where grasslands are found. Like names are veld, pampas, prairies, steppes. These are the names of different grasslands. So these are the main topic which I have explained. So once you see and once you go through it